Yo, my people, lateness is greatness. Listen, the 3-point collectors are in town. Do you know what I mean? The 3-point collectors. That's what today was all about. Do you know what I mean? Sheffield United 1, Chelsea 2. I can't lie. It wasn't flawless. Quite clearly, evidently. We're going to get into all of that. Do you know what I mean? It could have been better. We could have been a lot more comfortable, as we said from the Tottenham game. However, it is very much about them 3 points. Dami's there munching and grunching about chicken nuggets and whatnot in the background. How we doing, my guy?
Listen. I can't lie to you, man. Just came off a watch along, 3 hours long and that, big boy settings, putting in that graph. But broski, that game, there are definitely some talking points. I think today we're not just going to, I don't think today's stream, and I think obviously we're going to gas up quite a bit, but I don't think it's going to be a strict joke man thing. We're going to have to talk some football because some of the things I saw on the pitch today, not the best, but like you said, 3-point collectors. That's all that matters right now. You get me?
100%. Big up to the chat as well. Some man are saying I need to get my life together. Listen. Correct. Do you know what I'm saying? Hello to Samuel, Shane. We got all the people in here. Do you know what I mean? Logan, I'm seeing Nathan. And I think maybe that's coming from the point of my mod situation. Starboy Cho, they're saying get yourself together with the mods. I'm not going to lie. YouTube, I don't know how you find it, Dami, but they do not make it easy to put mods. But we're going to get in. We're going to get into it. Do you know what I mean? Let's get straight into the match. 145 people live. First of all, I want to touch on Timo Werner. He got man of the match. Really good quotes after the game as well, saying, listen, I'm not going to lie. I need to, I do want to get the goals, but as long as I help the team, that's the main thing. And that's a very, very good mentality. And I've been saying it for a while. Although I think fundamentally he needs to improve on some things, his mentality is not like Morata. For those of you wondering where Nita is, she'll be joining us for the cup game against Barnsley. She couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. So we are missing our third person for the energy show, but it's fine. Me and Dami will carry it all the way to the cup game.
Don't worry, fam. You understand? Lucozade bottle. I'm the Lucozade. Matisse's Red Bull. You get me? That's what we're on tonight, fam.
100%. We do care. You see what I'm saying? Timo Werner, we do care. We've been giving him the support. He's been don't you dare. I tried. It's not easy making a pun for this one still. I thought Timo Werner was really good today. His movements were solid, off the ball running. He obviously made a really good assist for Mason Mount before he got that assist as well. Great running behind, couldn't quite get the goal, but a great assist for Mason Mount. The awareness to pull it back, which was fantastic to see. That pass was made by Kovacic, who again had a fantastic display in that first half. Kind of carried the midfield because Jorginho was looking mad. I'm going to speak about Jorginho as well. But Timo Werner was great today. Movement off the ball, running in the channels, won the penalty again from running off the ball, making a great one and then committing the goalkeeper. And that is the type of shithousery I was looking for. You got Graham Souness complaining, saying, oh, you could have caused an injury. I'm not going to lie. I don't know whether, when it instantly happened, I didn't know whether it was a penalty because I didn't know if he ran into the goalkeeper's face. You see what I'm saying? I feel like he I don't know if he forced it by running into the goalkeeper's face like that. And I was like, oh, that was a bit rough for both parties. However, it's the type of shithousery that's needed. We need the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? We need the wins. So the Bruno Fernandes point stands. That brother, sometimes he gets his penalties. Yes, it's a bit contentious. Was it? Nobody cares, bro. We need the wins.
I thought you were going to ask me if it was a penalty. I was like, don't ask me that question, fam. Them ones what you do like that. When it was a penalty in it. You understand? We take the penalty. I'm not really looking because obviously we've got to speak on Bobo the Clown as well, even though he did come back. You understand, man? When he saw that goal, and my Twitter fingers were on the mad one. You get me? My Twitter fingers were on the
I tweeted and then I deleted immediately because I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it. It's like he's trying to force me to go for him. I said, nah. I tweeted it. I put it out and I was like, no, do you know what? I'm going to take that down. I'm not involved.
I tweeted to Mori Pop after, but now let me chat about Werner today. See, Werner, man of the match. I think that was fully deserved. You understand? Fully deserved man of the match. A lot of people tell me he didn't score. You understand? I agree he didn't score in it, but as far as getting that penalty is concerned, he did a very good thing to do that. And one thing I want to commend the whole team about is under Frank Lampard, when these men concede, they start going down to shambles. The fact that we conceded a stupid goal like what Rudiger had done, and we went that quickly to go and convert on the other end, even though it was a penalty, shows me much statement of intent from this team. You understand? These men are actually out there, and the mentality game right now is off the chart. Werner, like you said, you got that nice passing from Ben Chilwell, who I'm sure we'll speak about later, and they cut it back into the empty space, and Mason Mount was luckily there to pounce. So Timo Werner made 2 of our goals today. We can't really drag him too much for that. Once again, I would have liked him to take the penalty, but I mean, once again, Jorginho is our number 1 penalty taker. He came back with the hop, skip, and the jump again. You understand? I was going to tweet it to rattle some people on the TL, but I decided I didn't have the energy to do that. But at the end of the day, you can't complain about his performance. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain about his performance. He played really, really well, was tying the attack together, getting into the good positions. I just feel like some of the attackers do need to find him a bit better. Do you know what I mean? Reece James needs to do a better job of finding him. Mason Mount needs to do a better job of finding him. But overall, we can't complain. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
do you know what it is with Timo, yeah? Do you know what it is with Timo? They found him, to be fair to the team, they found him in behind a lot more often against a very low block than we have done in previous months. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's gradual progression. There were a few times where Timo was actually legitly in behind today. Happened once with the Kovacic pass where he assisted Mount. Happened before that as well. And then also obviously for the penalty, he won the penalty and he was in behind again. So there was a little bit more emphasis on putting the ball in behind Sheffield United, which was never going to be easy. And that was good to see. Do you know what I'm saying? There was progression.
Imagine Saeed is showing face.
Saeed is showing face. Is he in the chat? Is he in the chat?
Yes, fam.
Where?
Can you not see him, fam? Oh my, is that?
Saeed, do you know what? Yeah, I love Saeed. I wasn't on the big 6. Dami took my place. And do you know what I love? Yeah, is that I feel like now that meme that went up. You know my Mickey Mouse thing. This is where me and Saeed can relate. We always get memed. I had my Mickey Mouse thing with the screeching and screaming with the tray thing. And then obviously, do you know what? Yeah, bun the meme though. Saeed was sleeping. Yo, big up Saeed. Saeed was sleeping at the end of Rance's stream and he was just like, nah, lock it off.
Bro, Saeed, big up to you, bro. We absolutely dismantled Toby the other day, fam. Toby was
Yeah. I wasn't on it.
We had Toby on strings, literally like, oh.
Yo, Dami, spud me.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do it after the game, brother. You gotta do it after the game. Spud me.
Whatever direction, man. Whatever happens. Oh,
it might even be a fake account. I don't know, because you know, man, them are out here copying people's accounts these days. I had it with Lee Gunner the other day. Brother was like, "Oh, make me a mod. I'm Lee Gunner." I was like, "No, you're not. Get out my face." But anyway, back to the game. Do you know what I mean? Back to the game. Seriously, Timo Werner, big up yourself today. Mentality is spot on. The mentality is spot on. That's what I like to see. Do you know what I mean? If you're not getting the goals, you're contributing, you're running in behind. And like I said, he keeps getting it into dangerous positions. I think Giroud was disappointing today, so I don't think there's an argument really for him to start next game. And again, like I keep saying with these strikers, none of them are bagging. Saeed, you don't believe that. It can't be him. It can't be serious. Put down the keyboard, boss.
Surely not. Oh.
Yo, why are all the YouTubers just gunning for me? Surely you can't all be this active. Have you not got streams to do? But seriously, 100%. Listen, it was a sick performance from Timo. Just from the fact that the post-match interview that the goals are not getting to his head. Because some strikers, when they don't get goals, it starts getting to their head, and then mentally they're not making the same runs. They're not trying to get involved in the game as much. They don't want to have as many touches of the ball. But again, that wasn't the case with him. Also, Dami, if you was to pick a second performer, because obviously Timo got man of the match, who would be your second highlight of the game?
Bomber Clots. Second performer of the game. I might give it to Cover, you know. I might have to give it to Kovacic. Kovacic today was actually on point. You understand? Definitely on point. He knew what he was doing. Like you said, Jorginho carried up today. I'm not even going to come out here and start praising Jorginho like I usually like doing. But at the end of the day, bar his penalty wasn't really that good. You know what I'm saying?
Anita added us on Twitter. She said, yo, your boys are slacking. I said, I don't have no son, fam. I don't have no son. You know what I mean? Because remember the last show, innit? We was trying to convince Anita that Jorginho wasn't a dead baller, and then she was like, yo, we'll see, innit? We'll see. And then she added us, and I was like, yo, that's not my kid. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not my kid.
Just kept our thing away, you understand? Big up to Anita, you understand? Big up to her.
Yeah, big up. We are going to big up Christensen. Don't worry. We're going from forward to backwards. I think Mason Mount is an important one because I tweeted at halftime. He had a great quote after the Tottenham game, which I remembered instantly, which was, you know, he said after the game that he's working on his finishing. He's working on getting more goals. And that's something he's going to be working on in training this week after that Tottenham game. And Lord and behold, Money Mace don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Money Mace keeps his word. And it was a great. Do you know what it was? I don't want to make the comparison because I will never do it, but it was very Lampard-esque in terms of the run, the way that he got into the box and he had the awareness to stop, hold his run. Timo cut it back, left foot, calm finish in the bottom corner. That's the kind of stuff that you want to see. And like I said, if you're going to be playing higher up the pitch, then goals and assists will have to be counted. Do you know what I mean? That will be used to judge you a little bit more because when you're playing the 8 role, it's a 3-man midfield and you've got a front 3 ahead of you. When you're part of that front 3, then you've got to start contributing. And that's where it gets to a situation where you've got to start putting the ball in the back of the net. And to be fair to him, he's had a few good long shots recently. He's been, trying to get those goals. He's been shooting from range. He's the only player we have that's been consistently shooting from range, and he's hit the post and it's been close. You know what I mean? He's pulled good saves out of the goalkeeper. So I do feel like he's a bit unlucky. However, now he, that was a big goal for him, and now hopefully it can be a spur where he goes on a run. Because as I said in my clip on Elizabeth's channel, our strikers ain't eating, and technically they still ain't eating. Do you know what I mean?
As for Giroud, 2 of us, we prefer not. Why is that a rant? See, whoever is making
these are fake accounts now. I'm gonna start ignoring you. If you're real, you have to DM me. These guys have me on WhatsApp. If you're real, DM me on WhatsApp. You're not real. Move. If you can't DM me on WhatsApp, then you're not the real account. So move on. Short
and simple. But bro, I think, do you want us to are we really going to speak on this a certain Frenchman? Are we going to speak? Because for me personally, I think
it was poor. But the
bro,
thing is,
I called social services to try and see if we can find him because I didn't see him on the pitch nowhere, fam. I didn't know where this brother had gone to. Do you understand? He was disappearing, very piss poor. He was piss poor straight up. You know what I mean? There's not much more I can do other than that, innit? You get me?
Yeah. Bro, the thing is, again, with these strikers, and this is where Tammy has to get his chance now. Even in my preview with Lewis Mauer, I can't pick a damn striker because these brothers are so inconsistent. And it is just so frustrating. And this is what I keep saying. If they do not buck up their ideas, I'm telling you, Roman will act in the summer. It is so frustrating to not be able to. I love competition as much as the next man, but it's meant to be good competition because brothers can't stop scoring. This is a situation where we don't know who to play because these brothers just are not consistent. They're not finishing. Like he let's be real, he went missing today. He got pulled off, rightfully so. Got pulled off, and I like that about Tuchel. He pulls man off when they need to come off. He pulls them off. Do you see what I'm saying? He doesn't piss about. He's not there, doing the Arsene Wenger where you're playing with a bit of string. Do you know when that iconic clip? He's faffing about with a bit of string. Do you know what I mean? I think it was DT away from home to Bayern Munich where he was like, he's there faffing about with a bit of string, pissing about. He doesn't do that. Do you know what I mean? He's active. He's online. He's online at all times.
Fam. You know what I'm saying? Man's last scene is never on, fam. You know that way. You know when some people want to message them on WhatsApp and all you see is last scene. You haven't seen them in ages. Man is constantly on that pitch, always shouting at these people, always trying to get them in order. And like you said, patterning people without wasting time. No digs at Lampard or not bringing Lampard in, but we know probably wouldn't have seen those substitutions till the 75th minute. Tuchel had made all the substitutions by the 75th minute because he was not in there to waste any form of time. You understand? He felt like Chelsea needed to come up. He came off rightfully so. Giroud needed to come up. Came off rightfully so. Kante needed to come on to adjust the game. He came on time. He didn't waste time with substitutions and he's organized everything perfectly, which I like. And I rate it massively. Like I said, big boy channel, innit? Big boy.
And big up to Mason Mount because it wasn't just the goal. Even in that first half, because Jorginho was awful in the first half, let's be real. Kova was playing on his own in midfield. Mason Mount had to make some really important trackbacks in that first half to win the ball. So he was, even from a defensive point of view as well, not just the goal, he was really good. And again, I feel like he's really maturing into his own now as a footballer. He's really started to be he's a very consistent performer. He reminds me of Aspie. Maybe you don't get your 9s and 10s, but you'll get solid 7s and 8s every week from Mason now. It's very consistent. For a 22-year-old, I have to give him immense credit. Do you know what I mean? If there wasn't all the politics around him and all the divide, I think people would just be like, "Yo, that's just a very, very talented, consistent footballer." So massive credit to him. As we work our way back, I mean, there was no Pulisic in the starting 11. I came up with my own theory. I don't know what yours is, Dami. I said Super Bowl.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? I told them Super Bowl as well, and Tuchel just said it was family issues. I know that. I will address.
Management. That's what that is.
In it, yeah, 100%. He said family issues. That's what he said. So let Pulisic go out there, enjoy the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl 55. You understand? Man will be watching that when it goes live. But you man, I feel like that was definitely something from Tuchel to allow him to rest, to get back into the game, get his head back into it, because he has not been spectacular in his last few games, isn't it? So 100% has to be Super Bowl. Has to be Super Bowl. I can't say no.
Super Bowl.
Has to be.
It's just good man management. He's probably going to get pissed up tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm only joking, but seriously, I like I said, it's good man management. I'm just going to just play it off as that. You know what I'm saying? It's a big squad, people. It's a big squad. When everyone's fully fit, not everyone can make it. We have a game against Barnsley in midweek in the cup. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie. I can't criticize any of his selection issues from the beginning, because I don't know what he values in terms of what he wants to pick a starting lineup. Is it training? Is it meritocracy? Is it this? Is it that? Is it the third? Is it tactics? So I can't judge him too much. When I see someone's not in the starting lineup, I just have to just go with what's being said. Until he starts contradicting himself, you can't really criticize him. Do you see what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I wasn't really too bothered. We've got, as I said in my preview, I can't pick a team because we got so many talented brothers. Anybody can play. Do you know what I mean? Anybody can play. It's not like back in the day where it was like Pedro getting selected over Hudson-Odoi, and Pedro was clearly declining and couldn't even last the 90. He's just puffing out, and Hudson-Odoi is there like a spring chicken, fresh carbs, just ready to go. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like that anymore. So I can't really get onto these man too much. As we move back through the field, listen, the wing backs, there's not really too much to say. I mean, Chilwell wasn't great.
He wasn't good.
He got dragged. He got pulled off for Alonso. I keep saying it. £50 million.
Yeah, fam. We said it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The people. Oh, listen. Let me say it for some of you, man. When Alonso started scoring a few goals and you bullied us into making videos to say we are sorry, and when you made yours too. Don't forget, it's still there. It's still sat up. I made my own too in it. We can't go back from that. When we told this man about Chilwell time back, that's all I've got to say. As a fullback, as a left wing back, I'm not even going to drag him too much. I'll just say as a left wing back, he lacks experience. You understand? He's 23 years old. Today, I did not rate him at all. The only thing you can sort of give him is he had the pre-assist to Timo Werner's taking it. That's what some people are telling me on the TL. But hey, when you're coming off for Marcos Alonso in the second half, bombo clad, fam. That's not the biggest thing in it. Someone
just said he's getting loaned out next season. But do you know what it is, yeah? This was, I don't want to bring him up too much, but this was Frank's only signing. Like this was his guy. They're like, this wasn't a board signing. This was his guy. The rest of them is very up and if it was a board signing or not. This was Frank's signing, and that's potentially. I keep using this as the reason why potentially they didn't go for a Declan Rice, because the way Chilwell's going, it's like, I don't know if I can trust you, bro. You know what I mean? It's like there's an imposter among us, man. He hasn't been doing the bits, bro. He really hasn't. He needs to improve, because you can't cost £50 million and not start over Marcos Alonso, who most of us don't rate. And most of us don't even rate him in general play, because I'm not going to lie. He's playing
in clown settings for me.
Do you know what? In general play, I just don't rate him. It's all about end product with Marcos Alonso. Final third is where he gets his shit done. Do you know what I'm saying? But in general play, he's not a very good footballer. So for you to be getting benched by him and you cost that much money, and then you didn't have to acclimatize to the Premier League, you got to fix your shit up immediately, quickly, bro. Because I'm telling you that just don't run around here. If he didn't cost a lot, then cool. It's like with Mendy when he had his.
It's not about not costing a lot. It's the fact that
it is about cost a lot, brother.
No, hold on. It's not just that, innit? It's not just that. It's the fact that he cost a lot and he has been in the Premier League. It's not like he came in the league, innit? You understand? Man has been here for time. This is one player, and I'm not trying to drag him. You man don't think we're trying to drag him or anything. We're just seeing how it is. When he left Leicester fans were happy, fam. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know how mad that is?
And now you got Justin ripping things up. All I'm saying is that he has to improve under Tuchel, because Tuchel knows how to improve players and improve their technicality. So I'm cool to give him time, but you don't have the excuse that you're under a rookie manager and all this stuff now. Now you got a proper manager in it. So you was under Brendan Rodgers last year. You was a bit iffy. You got Tuchel this year. I think the club are gonna stick with him for quite a few years because he costs so much. So he's got that probably to his advantage. But I need to be seeing better from him, seriously, because I know I think it was given offside. The way he gave away that penalty, it was ruled out in the end. but he gave away that penalty and he was sleeping. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then he
100%.
got caught wrong side of the defender, had to drag him down. Luckily, it was offside. If it wasn't offside, that's a penalty against him.
I was
Do you know what I'm
shouting for 2 minutes. I was shouting.
That's
I was
strike
like,
one, fam. That's strike one. We do strikes. I got a wall here, fam. We'll just start doing it, bro. I'm telling you, I'll get the chalk. No problem.
pen and paper, you get me? Always ready, fam. I had this thing during the stream minute. Man's not wasting time. I saw that and I was like, raw, fam. When they now said it was thing, they were there on the stream. The people, some of them are in the chat now. They saw me. Yeah,
a lot of people are spamming Ziyech. I mean, he didn't start. And I have no idea why. But like I said, I can't complain because what am I complaining about? It's Tuchel. He's only just come through the door. Maybe with what he's trying to do with this team, maybe he hasn't found a spot for Ziyech in this formation, in this system, or maybe Ziyech is not doing exactly what he needs that player to do in that position in training. I don't know. It's too early for me to be crying and umming and ahhing. Ziyech has been good for Chelsea since he's come in, but it's not like every single game he's been dropping 10 out of 10. So it's not something for me to be crying about. It's one of them things where let's just wait, give him time, let's see where he fits in, and then when he eventually does get into the team, let's see how he plays. In the reverse fixture earlier on in the season, I think he got man the match. Timo Werner scored. Ziyech did really well at Stamford Bridge. But this is a new manager. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new light. He didn't purchase this player. Also, that's a very important aspect that people need to remember. Tuchel has not purchased any of these new signings. So he does not have any real responsibility to be pushing them into the team like this. Do you see what I'm saying? Because he didn't buy them. It's not like as if he bought these players and then it's like, well, you need to prove that Ziyech is part of your plans. Brother, I didn't pay for Ziyech. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't pay for him. So I don't have to use him if I don't want to right now because I didn't buy him. It's not my signing, it's Frank's. That's or the clubs or whatever. So that's where you have to give Tuchel the benefit of the doubt. I know everyone wants to see their favourites and whatnot, but Tuchel has not been telling you who his favourites are yet. One thing I can see though, a certain favourite is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Afterwards, embrace, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Them we're there, fam. You get me?
Yo.
Did you see the video at the end? Did you see when he was doing the thing, talking to like you see you had Sarri and Jorginho. You had Lampard and Mason Mount. You have Starboy settings and Thomas Tuchel from
so much cousins
out here. Tuchel out here giving this guy hugs and kisses. You understand? Smiling, clapping, and talking to him on the pitch, walking pitch slide like he's his son. Callum Hudson-Odoi. I keep telling you, man, the choo-choo, that thing he left ages back from. You get me? He left ages back. And you man are starting to see the effect. He came on the pitch and started increasing the dynamism. What have you seen?
What is his comment? He has responsibility. Transfer market was open. Bro, he came in with like 5 days left of the window. And on top, hold on. On top of that, the squad was too bloated. So if he didn't want Ziyech, he wouldn't have been able to sell him. A, because Ziyech has only been here for 6 months. And B, because we couldn't offload anyone because no one's buying because we're in a pandemic market. So he doesn't have any responsibility. The transfer window in January was dead, regardless of if he came in or not. So that comment don't make no sense. Nathan says Mendy doing Cruyff turns. He kept doing it. Did you see that? I didn't see those, Can't lie.
When he was doing his turn, you were stunning.
Stop eating chicken nuggets and listen and talk to what the people want to say. Stop.
I said, chicken nuggets. You get me?
Show us the chicken nuggets. Show us the chicken nuggets.
What chicken nuggets? Where?
Show us the chicken nuggets.
Where?
Pull out the chicken nuggets right now.
Where? Where? No, see, there's nothing here. You know what I'm saying? Nothing there.
You're such a liar, fam.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You're not.
Carry on with what you're saying.
Yeah, but I was falsely accused of something I was not. I didn't do. Basically, you've got this man. You've got Mendy in the court doing Cruyff turns all over the shop. Can you imagine? Man was acting like Pele all over the place. This man's bollocks have grown twice in size since Tuchel came in, Man is literally trying everything left, right, and center all over the shop. I can't believe you didn't see anything of things he did today. Did you not see them?
Maybe I missed it because, so at some points, because I'm watching it on a dodgy box. You see, I'm dodgy box. I won't give you the link, but it's good stuff. £60 a year. So what happened was that sometimes it was freezing, innit? And then it would skip, and I would have to go to the TL, innit? So I have no idea if this brother was doing Cruyff turns. However, he made a massive save at the end of the game. So props. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking this as a Christensen and Mendy clean sheet. I don't care what nobody says, fam. That's another clean sheet for Tuchel, fam. I'm telling you that now. I don't want to hear it. That's 2-0 Chelsea.
Fam,
2-0 Chelsea. You can't tell me no different. I know it says different in the title, but that's only for the key words.
Bro. To be honest, bro. Like I said, my score prediction still stand. I said 3-0. I said Chelsea's players will score in it, and we scored all the goals, so I can't complain. You know, I'm coming from. You can't complain, really. You've got the Germans scoring. You understand? Got the Germans scoring. You've got Money May scoring. You've got the Italian stripper scoring. You've got everybody scoring today, so you can't complain. You get me? You can't complain.
You know when these brothers are on Twitter and a player that scores that they don't like and they say it's still 1-0. When that own goal went in, I say it's still 1-0. It's still 1-0. Tuchel's tremendous Blues have still not conceded a goal. I don't care. You can't tell me otherwise, because you can't be telling me the first goal that we concede under Tuchel's tricky Blues era is from the most mundane, ridiculous, bombastic mistake I've ever seen. And people are sharing the blame onto Mendy. People are trying to share the blame between Mendy and Rudiger. I don't know about communication and all this stuff, but all I know is just stick your foot through it, brother, because he wasn't going to be able to pick it up even if you did pass it back to him. Just lace it away and just get... If there's no communication, then take that as your way of just lace it, and then you can shout at him afterwards for not communicating.
You could clearly see that one, it missed Thiago Silva's organization. You understand? Patterning people and getting them the correct position. His passing as well was missed highly today. As much as people think Christensen played quite well, I didn't say he didn't, but obviously he missed that. And I keep telling people, Rudiger playing well, wallahi, it's a false image. It's a false image. On the inside, on the outside, it looks like a good image, but on the inside, it's filth and rubbish.
You get taught that from birth. From the moment you come out the womb. You get taught that from birth. From the moment you come out the womb. Clear your lines. And then afterwards, start doing all the arguing. But you can't be telling me that there's no communication, so you decided that it would be best to then proceed with the pass that would need communication before you made it. It's wild. But this super chat here says, Ben Chilwell has been suspect since Leeds. Bro, listen, I fully agree. And the thing is with Chilwell is like we said earlier in the stream, he needs to improve his backside because it's getting real sticky icky for him. And the only thing that's saving him right now is that he cost a lot, because that might just give him more time. People are saying we need a left-footed centre-back. I 100% agree. Mark Gahey at Swansea is down as a right footer on Wikipedia, if you didn't know. However, from the eye test that I have been doing, shout out eye test merchant, little quick plug for my guy. I have been watching this brother for the last couple of weeks now. Obviously, Swansea have been doing very well defensively, and he can use that left foot. When it comes to playing out from the back, his left foot is clean. And before I go into praising Rudiger for his recovery, there was a moment with his left foot where he overplayed the pass to Alonso and it went out of touch. And I just said to myself,
I remember that.
I wish we had a left-footed centre-back. Like, if you're going to play a back, Malong Sarr, another left footer. If you're going to play a back three, where you are in possession and trying to be proactive and progressive, you need a left-footed centre-back at the left side of centre-back area. You need a left footer or John Terry, who's that good with his left foot, because it just opens up the passing angles. It makes us so much more negative when you've got a right footer who either has to keep checking back in to go back to the middle or cannot spray the pass. If you have a left footer over there, you can open your body out, Move the chair, fam. You know what I'm saying? Open your body out, left foot, and like this. You see what I'm saying? It gives you the whole pitch. It gives you the whole pitch, fam, to use. But when you're right-footed, you got to turn in and check back in, fam. You see what I'm check back? It's just stupid.
Man, you might see that. Bomb card demonetization. No,
you don't get them type of demonstrations on other channels. You see what I'm saying?
Bomb class. Are you trying
to
get
be demonetized if you haven't pressed the monetization button yet?
Man came into the shop and was like, like that. What are you doing, G?
I'm opening up the pitch. I'm opening up the pitch, bro.
If you're opening up the pitch, you gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that and do like that, fam. What the hell is this? What's this, fam? We're getting clipped, fam. We're getting clipped.
I am showing tactically what you can do if you're a left footer.
Do you hear me? Like, two of us are getting clipped. Let me tell you that, right?
YouTube, that was tactical analysis. Do you know what I'm saying? Jody Morris regen. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know them way there, fam. Oh my God. Getting clipped.
That was tactical analysis. But what I'm saying is Mark Gahey can open up. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got options available to him. So did Prime John Terry. Rudiger, it's like options go from this to this on the ball. But before I continue, let's just give him praise where it's due, because let's be real. He, mentality-wise, he was spot on, because he made that massive mistake where he kind of kicked it into his own net. And I was like, okay, he's playing against us. There's an imposter. All of these things. How much jail time should he do? You know, all of these things were coming into my mind. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about the sentence.
I was already checking for taxis to take him out of back to Germany. I swear to God, I was thinking about to find it. Fam. I was trying to find an easy jet ticket. You understand, business class settings, so you could get the hell out of the thing. But it's one of them ones in it. But like you said, not tactically. Sorry, from a mentality standpoint, he did recover very nicely. I know some people that would have happened that sort of a stinker. And this is Michael Jackson. I can't be bothered.
Someone said I need to engage with the chat. I can't do tactical analysis and do chat at the same time. I have to go between the two. Do you see what I'm saying? How am I meant to open up my legs and then go for the chat at the same time? That sounded wild. That's getting clipped.
That's getting clipped. It's getting
Carry on.
But like I said, you've got Rudiger in the court doing all these things, and you've got to give him credit where credit is due. Once again, I tweeted, if I can pull up that tweet and I can read it for you, man, bar for bar. At the end of the day, I just said, you know what? I'm sorry, but I can't forgive Chelsea for allowing tomorrow to leave. You get me? I really can't forgive them for doing that, because Rudiger has always been a rotational centre back at best. I said
we was going to go on to praise him. Dami's like, no. No, we don't do that around here. We don't do that around here.
We will turn back, we'll turn around, Sorry. Well, let me turn around. Turn around. It is nowhere we'll turn around. But at the end of the day, like for me personally, like Rudiger, okay, give credit where credit is due. He recovered. You understand? You know, when you go from gear 5 to gear 1 and the car stalls in it, man recovered very nicely. He restarted the whole thing and kept it.
These guys, fam, quoting me though. Lord Jesus, quoting me, and then just put Simon Johnson afterwards. Sauce. No, but for real, let's give credit where it's due though, because he did bounce back, right? He did bounce back, and I was shocked. The mentality to bounce back from that absolute horrific error, and then he started making some very important blocks. Made a very big header from a corner, which was literally on top of us. And to be honest, it was a good recovery, and he started to make some decisive blocks. So I have to give him credit there. Also on the TL, people were saying that Reece James was starting to look a little bit safe with his passing. What did you make of that? Because
I can't lie to you. I will not lie to you on your own channel. And people are probably not going to like me for this. Reece James as a right wing back is not it for me personally. I'm not. He's not it. For me personally, maybe I'm going to give him a few more games. Same thing with Chilwell. As much as we've been dragging Chilwell, he's not a left wing back. Same thing with James. He's not really a right wing back. They've got Callum Hudson-Odoi in a right wing back position. That is why they came onto the pitch to do a bit more. Because Tuchel saw now on that right hand side there was not a lot of width. Do you understand? I know Callum went into that like calm-esque position that he did against Tottenham, but he needed more width. He needed more link up there. And Reece James also, you could see there were times when Mason Mount will come into that position, that area, and try and create some space for Reece James to run in behind. And Reece James doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I've never really done that.
But he's not as dynamic. Like he's not an electric. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? He's not an electric player. He's a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? A little bit more. He's a bit more brutal. You know what I mean? And I personally, like I've been saying, longevity-wise, in this formation, I would prefer to see him at right-sided centre-back because physically, he's a bit more imposing than Azpilicueta. So I think long-term, that's going to be a little bit more, a little bit more stronger going forward. He can step into midfield with his passing. He played them chicken nuggets again. What's that? You're a joke, fam. You caught in 4K. Not even 4K. 8K, fam. Double that, fam. Seriously. Honestly. Joker. Anyway, Reece James, you're actually a pig. Reece James, Reece James, I think long-term in that role where he can step into midfield and steps into that, midfield pivot and it becomes a free and then you continue the overload. He can take his long shot centrally, but he has that crossing technique with the inside of his right foot where Aspie used to cross under Conte, Reece James is more than capable of crossing from that very same position. So from the back all the way to the front, it makes sense. The only thing he needs to improve on in his positioning and awareness and all that stuff if you're going to play right-sided centre-back. However, that's the only... What have you seen?
from Ahmed the terrorist. I think well and truly, bro.
His name is Ahmad the terrorist, and you think that it was going to be a nice comment.
Matisse, I told you we don't need a 36-year-old defender. Christensen was great. Christiansen, okay, yeah.
This club is a joke from you. You're not serious about life. Let's just learn. I say this all the time. Praise in isolation. We'll get to Christensen now. Great game.
100.
Brilliant game from Christensen.
100.
Fantastic game. However, Chelsea level is Thiago Silva. Right? Thiago Silva doesn't have bad games. And if he does, it's the West Brom where he misplaces the pass and it happens one time. Yeah? I need you guys to start getting this. Thiago Silva is Chelsea level. Chelsea starting centre-back level. That is prime John Terry. That is Ricardo Carvalho. That is all of those things in a bundle. That is Chelsea level. Christensen and Rudiger is not Chelsea starting centre-back level. We can do better. We can get better on the market. That is what I keep pushing. So until these guys, it's not going to be one game. It's not going to be one game where the AC Hive gets to claim me. I need seasons of consistency at the top level before you start talking about Christensen this, Christensen that. Praise in isolation. Good game today. I want a good game against Atletico Madrid, against Luis Suarez. Then come and talk to me a bit more. And then after that, I'm going to look for another good game and another one. And then when I've got a season, bare minimum season or two, then I'm going to start apologizing. We're not apologizing to none of these centre-backs until they're talking about the levels that this club deserve. And this club deserves Thiago Silva levels, John Terry levels, Ricardo Carvalho levels. If you're not reaching them levels, you are not a starting centre-back at this football club. Do you understand? You're a bench warmer. So praise in isolation, fam. Don't drop your standards. Don't drop your standards, fam.
On God, bro. Facts. Man came to church sermon on Sunday, you understand, before the day, night vigil settings, man had to preach the good talk. But now, on the more serious note, I fully agree with you. Like, you've got Christensen there, man, you've got Rudiger. The funniest part about these lot is, like, I've been told, man called him the Black Gary Cahill. But yeah, at the end of the day, you've got all these men doing all these different things, and people just, they're not. This man is chatting Danish Maldini in the team. Like I said, Christensen did play well. You understand? I'm not going to take away from him, but there are some massive boots to fill. There are some really massive boots that need to be filled moving forward. Like if Christensen wears the size 7, Thiago Silva wears the size 14. You understand? He needs to improve and actually fill up those shoes, because as much as he actually played a good game, if Thiago Silva was in there, we might not be seeing that Rudiger mistake. You understand?
I'm not doing that. That's why I'm going to disagree. I'm not giving him that one. Rudiger did that shit all on his own. See what I'm saying? You see when a kid misses the toilet and they shit on the floor, you don't blame their sibling because they're a little bit older and they could have stopped it. No, if you did the doo-doo on the floor, you clean it up. That is your own fault. You that all on your own, little one. That was all you, bro. Trust. You see that on the floor there? That was all you. That own goal, that passing, that was all you, bro. You take full responsibility for that. I want you to look at it, watch the highlights, go back into the change room, apologize, do whatever you got to do. That's you. You did that all on your own. That whole thing there. Christensen, the thing is with Christensen, big up for his performance. He's not a man that's going to improve someone else that's next to him. He's the brother that plays well next to the leader. So I'm not expecting Christensen to make others around him better. I'm not even asking that. You're asking for Thiago Silva and John Terry stuff. I'm asking for Christensen to just perform and do his thing. Just do your own thing by yourself. Do that properly. And then we'll worry about the other man afterwards. But yeah, 100%. We're going to chat to you about Danish Maldini. Good performance. Great passing out from the back. Brilliant duels. Won his duels. I said to Lewis, I was very worried on the preview about him winning his duels against a physical team. He won his duels. There was a big moment in the second half where we got in a transition and he dealt with it. And if he didn't deal with it, I'm pretty sure they would have been one-on-one with our goalkeeper. However, praise in isolation. And Lewis knows this as well. He has got to do this consistently. I ain't got time for 10 out of 10s and then 4 out of 10s and then 7 and then 2 and then 9. I need it every game, every blood clot game. So let's see what happens. However, let's be real. When Thiago Silva comes back anyway, it's a wrap. He's coming back into the team.
100. That's not for competition.
You know what I'm saying? So there's not really much more to say. He just needs to do his job until Thiago Silva's back. And then when Thiago Silva's back, then we move. Do you know what I mean? So there's not really much more to say on that one. What other points in the game really, really stood out? I mean,
Are we really going to speak about that midfield thing as well? I think we need to address Kovacic, fam, to be honest with you. I think Kovacic today, he carried Jorginho's ass. You understand? He carried him like literally, like, listen, yeah. If this was
Jorginho was doing shits. And,
if this was Jorginho, he carried
back.
Jorginho like this on his back. You understand? He was like, broski, you're crap right now, but I'm going to carry you wherever I need to go, fam.
They even have a bag.
Man,
They even have a bag.
He was a passenger today. You understand? So I think Kovacic. I mean, what did you make of Kovacic's performance? Because I think if Kovacic didn't play as well as he did today, midfield could have broken down quite easily. Because these man had big, bulky men in the center, so we needed to be on our game. And I felt like Jorginho was going to suffer in this game because of physicality. But overall, apart from that hop skip and the jump thing, he did a Bruno.
Let's be real. He did a Bruno Fernandes today. He saved his Sofa score rating with the penalty because apart from that, in that first half, he was just getting turned over. He wasn't awake, and he was sleeping. Do you know what I mean? And Kova had to save him. Kova had to hold his hand, help him cross the road. Lollipop lady vibes. Lollipop lady vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? Serious lollipop lady vibes. However, he scored the penalty, cool. But you need, again, praise and isolation. Man the match against Tottenham for me. Then today, first half, you weren't awake. You know what I mean? You still had the dust in your eyes. You needed to rub that out. And
you know how you finish your exam. You know you finish your exam and you just...
He was better second half, 100% people. What was pissing me off though, bro, this Jovetic tag means that Kova gets dragged down with Jorginho. I'm seeing people on the timeline cussing Kova in the first time. I'm like, how? You can't cuss Jovetic in the first half. It doesn't make any sense. You need to separate. This is not husband and wife. This is not two twins. They're separate ballers. And one is playing well and one is not. So you need to differentiate. You can't be doing this Jovetic and slandering them both in the first half when Kovacic is playing out of his skin. Brother was doing two man's work, driving the ball forward, and people say, listen, he needs end product. That is just something that's not going to happen. You need to understand that. Same way, there's loads of midfielders who don't have end product. He just needs to be the guy who he needs to work on it. He made a great pass, by the way, for Werner. So that was a great ball in behind for Timo Werner, which he didn't take the opportunity, unfortunately. However, he needs to be that guy who can do his dribble and make the right decision with the pass. As long as the decision with the pass is good and then he leaves everything else, then it's up to the final third. I don't need Kovacic to get goals. I swear down, I don't need it. I need him to win the ball back, be in good shape, dribble out of press or pass out of press, make dangerous plays vertically if needed. And if you are going to go on your dribbles, analyze your options, make the right decision, and then that's it. Once you've made the right decision, you've got Mount ahead of you, you've got the wing backs, you've got Hudson-Odoi, you've got Kai if he plays, you've got the striker, then it's on them. If they don't finish, if they don't sort that out afterwards, it's nothing to do with you. You just need to be able to take the ball from the first phase to the second.
And what you said there is quite nice as well, because I'm seeing a lot of people drag Kovacic's end product as well. He needs to work on that. He needs to finish some of these chances off. He needs to be able to do all those different We need to be able to do all those different things all over the shop. But for me personally, if you deep it actually, when you're going to play in the midfield, that's not really what you're supposed to do. It's the same reason why a lot of people didn't drag Mason Mount too much for end product as one of the number 8s, even though I know he was the more advanced 8 under Frank Lampard. But if you deep it properly, like if our strikers are scoring, if the cams are scoring, I see Matisse kind of holding his laugh. I see the fullbacks are scoring.
This is no laughing matter. How are you gonna call Kovacic COVID-19? Is he a disease? Huh? Is he a disease? The audacity, lack of. ITS Merchant didn't call him that. He just said that's something he's seen on Twitter. All I'm saying is, I don't like it when people on Twitter preach about players not getting respect, certain players not getting the love that they deserve, and then they're ready to scream COVID-19 or they're ready to start running agendas. I can run my agendas because I don't preach. You know what I'm saying? I don't be preaching. I don't say, every 5 minutes be doing threads and whatnot on players' imbalance. I understand how Twitter works. Players are not going to get treated equally. There's brothers running avies on this site. There's brothers making group chats calling, you know what I mean? I don't know, Timo's tremendous blues. And it's just loads of Timo fans, Timo Werner fans. There's cults. That's just how Twitter is. It's a cult environment. However, if you're going to preach, practice. And I don't like this COVID-19 thing because the brother that's making it up is then complaining about other players not getting their respect. So that's all I'm going to say on that. You know what I'm saying? This COVID-19 don't run with me. Brother's not a disease. Brother got player of the year last year. Yeah. Brother's been good. He's been good. I know he's not been amazing all the time. I know he can still improve in certain areas for some of you guys. However, he's not a COVID-17. You're then calling him a disease. That's wild. Kova plays the Ramirez role. He needs to have some end product, 5 goals in a season. I'm begging. I wouldn't say he's like Ramirez. I'm not gonna lie. Ramirez and how many goals did Ramirez really get? I know Ramirez scored. He got a few goals. He did a nice little weave in against Man City. True. Got a good lob against Barca. Fair enough. But what can I say? Do you know what I mean? What can I say? I mean, look, he's like I've been saying, he's not the perfect player, but we got more issues than Kova. I think if anything out of the two, we need a proper top level world class DM and bring a bit of physicality into that midfield. Because there's no physicality. Do you know what I mean? There's no physicality in that midfield. They managed to get through today, and to be honest, today could have been a lot more comfortable than it looked. I'm saying it's 2-0. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's 2-0. I'm not gonna lie. Shouldn't joke about COVID. I got it. Now it's peak. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? People shouldn't really be. Yeah, man. Some people got to control the way that they slander, fam, because it don't really make no sense.
I had it, fam. It's not a joke, man. Thing, you understand? Definitely not a joke, man. Thing. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? It's not. Some people, there's some people I know that have made whole like they have spoken about this situation in the past. You understand? They've made such a big noise about it and respecting individuals like Matisse said, and they are still out there promoting, saying stuff like COVID-17. You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke, man. Thing in any way.
I mean, if you're a troll and you want to troll and you want to do that on Twitter,
and
you're running them jokes, then I'm not gonna address it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's you. But if you're trying to preach about player welfare and players need to be treated well and academy boys need to be looked after, then you can't be running them jokes. I'm afraid it don't really add up. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, YB1, for the super chat. I mean, listen, this game was just one of them ones where it's a must-win game. Where let me look at the points now, the table, because we got life. Man United conceded a little late goal against Everton. Do you see what I'm saying?
I watched that game live, fam. When Calvert-Lewin converted that, I screamed, fam. I was like, wow, fam. Fam, literally. Did you see the clip of Saeed as well? It was beautiful, fam. Absolutely
beautiful. So Chelsea have now won 3 games in a row. Obviously 1 draw as well, which was against Wolves. Listen, we need to build up some form. I said this to you guys a couple weeks ago, you know, when we was going in, well, not even a couple weeks ago, like last week when we was going into the Tottenham game, and I said must win because we've already had our dead run of form. Look at his brother still eating his chicken nuggets. Look at you. These brothers are starving. We already had our really bad run of form. Now we need to push and be. You are really distracting me with your big head, fam. Just you're not even eating, are you? We need to go on a run of form now where we put some results together. We got Newcastle next on Monday. Before that, we got Barnsley. Barnsley should be a good opportunity to rotate. And he did rotate a little bit. Obviously, a lot of players that you wouldn't say they were on form came into this lineup. You had Chilwell come into the lineup, who's definitely maybe doesn't warrant a place on merit. So the way that they was able to grind this out was good. And I think, do you know what's impressive about this win? Because, again, you can't be expecting liquid football from Tuchel this early on. You know what I mean? You got to give him time. But that's a game usually where we don't win. But the mentality was there. We spoke about mentality with Timo, you know, Rudiger, Mason Mount, you know, these guys with the mentality, Mendy with the late save, they had the mentality to pull through and get the result, get the win. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't new, it wasn't pretty, but they managed to grind it out and get the result. And that's what's impressive. So that's 3 wins on the bounce. We move up to 5th, 1 point behind Liverpool. Can you imagine 1 point behind Liverpool? It's not an achievement though. We need to go ahead of them.
You understand? We need to leapfrog
them.
Are we level on games as well, or they are 1 game ahead of us? I think they're 1 game ahead of us.
No, it's level on games. It's all about a mindset, yeah. Because you could put up a tweet or put up a post on socials and say we're only 1 point behind Liverpool. The season hasn't been that bad. Or you can put up a post saying Liverpool have been shit and we need to capitalize on that and be ahead of them. That's my mentality. I'm not on this like 1 point ahead, you know, behind Liverpool. We closed the gap on them from last year. Trophy. Yeah. That's not a trophy. We need to be ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool are slacking, so we need to be ahead of them and we need to be moving above them in the table. We need to be moving above anybody who's not on their game this season. We need to move above. So we've got ourselves with this run of games, and we always said this, right? when the change of managerial position happened. We were only a couple of wins, a little bit of form to getting ourselves back into the mix. And that's what's happened. Do you know what I'm saying? Liverpool versus Leicester next. You see what I'm saying? So this is where we need to capitalize. How many times?
We need to capitalize. Sorry to cut you off. We need to capitalize there, okay? People are talking about Everton, okay, and how they have 2 games in hand. One of their games in hand is against Manchester City. Do you understand? That's a big game for them, okay? Then obviously we are playing Everton too. Liverpool and Leicester are playing each other. So these are the games where, and this is the reason why the board decided to actually go ahead and part ways, unfortunately, with Frank Lampard. You understand? Because of this scenario, Tuchel is coming in and he's starting to take advantage of some of these performances. I know.
You got to take, when other men are slacking, you have to take advantage. Newcastle,
100%.
Southampton, and Man United are next games.
Sorry to cut you off, but this is why the club went ahead and signed all those people they did at the start of the season, of the transfer window, because they wanted to take advantage of all this rubbish that was going to occur during the season. It was foresight. With the whole Rona settings and everything, everybody sort of kind of expected this at the end of the day. You get me? So that's what the club are trying to take advantage of. Now we need to, obviously, all the stuff that's happened in the past, I've left in the past. I'm not talking about it no more. Right now, with what's ahead of us and what we're looking at, we need to take advantage of all these little games. You understand? Against Newcastle next week, we should be piping these lot. Liverpool and Leicester, we hope one of them is going to drop points. You understand? One of them has to drop points.
It's too much victim mindset, bro. It's a victim mindset. Exactly. We're not victims on this channel. We are dream seekers. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what team is slacking. I don't care what reputation they got. That's not an excuse for us. That should be a motivation for us to leapfrog them. We need to be making top 4, and that is why this brother's come in, because we always said put a little run together, and 3 games for me is not even a run. 5 games is where you judge form. Do you know what I'm saying? What was your last 5 games? That's how it goes. What was your last 5 results? We need to be capitalizing on anybody who's slipping, anybody who's slacking. That's right. I'm focused, fam. On to the next. Laser-eye focused. None of this will take a point here. None of that shit, bro. We got Newcastle next. Then we've got Man United in the next 3 games, you know. I'm telling you. Man United, with that record that we used to have against Oli, I'm not letting that run no more. That can't run no more, bro. 100. No more. I said on all these shows, Man United for me are a little bit above where they should be. I said to Saeed, I think they're going to come back down to where they should be. They've been dropping points recently. If I look at the table, let me go and take a look. 2 wins out of the last 5, 2 draws, 1 defeat. It's starting to slow down the momentum thing. Do you see what I'm saying? I think they're a bit above their station. I think they're more of a top 4 race team. I don't think they're title contenders. I never thought they were, which is why I was always saying, okay, cool, you're doing well now. You're top of the league, joint top, all these things. Get the confetti out, have a wank, do whatever you want. But we will be bucking you. We will be bucking you soon. And I said this, and I feel like Chelsea and Man United will be talking very soon again in this table. Chelsea fans.
Sorry. This man, Ahmed, your opinion since you came in, fam. I literally just addressed this. Everton's 2 games in hand. Number 1, Manchester City, fam. Do you really expect them to go and do a job against City? Any which way it happens, okay, it helps us out. And then their next game in hand is Chelsea Football Club. So those 2 games that they're going into, they are not, I mean, people just see, oh, game in hand, blah, blah, blah. They've got 2 games. Look at what their actual games in hand are, and then you can talk to me. You understand? That's how it is. This is no Mickey Mouse settings. Like Matisse has been saying, Chelsea right now, we just need to capitalize on all these people that are slipping up. 10 points in 12 games. I would have liked to make that 12 in 12. But hey, Tuchel coming in and taking advantage at this key period when there are a lot of big games happening. Look at Manchester United. 12 of their games from February, 28th of February. We're going up against on 28th. Then the next game, go on. Man City.
Let me interject. Let me tell you something. Let me whisper this. I don't care how many games in hand Everton have. I don't care. Do you know why I don't care? Because if we take care of our business, it doesn't fucking matter.
Innit, fam?
I don't care. Because if we do our thing, it does not matter who's got what in. It don't matter. Because they're going to drop points at some point. And when they do, we have to pounce. I'm not one of these brothers that be looking at other results and saying, I hope, because we messed up. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea could go and draw to West Brom. And then brothers will be on the timeline saying, well, do you know, we dropped points, but at least Man United dropped points and Liverpool dropped points. So we didn't lose any ground this weekend. I don't give a rat's butthole, bro. I don't care. I don't care. If my team didn't win, we didn't do bits. We didn't do our job. That's it. End of story. I don't care. We're winning, so that's all I'm focused on. We need to win our games. And we'll talk to Everton later or whoever we got to talk to. But right now, we win our games. If we win our games, we move up the league. That's how it works. That is how it works. So we've had our spell. We had our moment. And now we need to move up that league. And we need to get up to where we're meant to be. This team had and has to finish top 4. I've been saying it all season, regardless of what's happening. I don't care if there's a freak season. I don't care if one of our key players got the disease, even though Fulham had 10 men drop down with the disease. I don't care what it is. You have to get top 4. And that's what we're going for right now. And after that, we'll assess it as it is. But listen, we got Newcastle next. That's another low block. Before that, we got Barnsley. Barnsley's a good opportunity to rotate, but not take the piss. Not take the piss. And what I mean by this is that I don't want to see no Lewis Bate. I don't want to see no spoon, knife, and fork. I don't want to see no Tino Andrew too much unless it's off the bench. Put out a strong team that needs minutes and needs to build up form of senior players, because we've been saying we got a big bulky squad. So let's use the big bulky squad. You can't be one of these guys that say, oh, we got a big bulky squad and we got too many players. And then when you have an opportunity to use the ones that aren't playing, you start throwing in 16-year-olds who only just got their certificate from GCSEs. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, because you're talking about player politics. You're talking about players that can't get game time and unrest in the dressing room. And then you have an opportunity to play them. And you're talking about spoon, knife, and fork. I don't care. No bells. No, we're not ringing no bells. Let him do his thing in the under 18s.
No soup nonsense. We're not trying
None of it. I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want. You're not going to see no propaganda from me on the TL about no spoon, knife, and fork, no bell, no bait, no nothing. I don't care, bro. This is serious season. I want the FA Cup. Go and play the players that need to build up form. Let Tuchel experiment on whatever he needs to do tactically. Go and get the win. And if you want to put a couple kids on the bench and bring them on, cool. But that team that goes up against Barnsley needs to be serious. I've still got PTSD. Remember when we lost to Barnsley? And we did that thing as well where you put up the score from before. We lost to, who is it?
It was Barnsley. It was Bradford.
Was it Barnsley?
Bradford
or something? Bradford. I got PTSD, bro. You know the magic of the FA Cup? I don't want no magic. This is not Wizards of Waverly Place. There's no wands. No Harry Potter.
No Harry Potter settings, you understand? This is no Lingardium Leviosa. This isn't Avada Kedavra settings either, fam. You understand? None of that bullshit, fam. So let's keep it straight and keep it hella real, innit? I'm not trying to see none of that rubbish on the pitch, innit? So let's go into the shop. Like you said, Matisse, no spoon, fork, and knife nonsense. No soup nonsense. No clickbait, understand? We don't want any of that on the pitch.
The only wizard
actually find the whole thing, fam.
Yo, the only wizard I want to see is Hakim Ziyech. That's the only wizard I want to see. No experiments, no science, nothing. I don't care. We need to win this trophy as well. You know what I'm saying? This is a winners. This is W's only here. This is how we move now. W's only. I want to win that cup. If there's anything that can galvanize a Tuchel who's on a very short contract and a team that need a trophy, by the way, who have not won a trophy together, a lot of these young players, a lot of the new signings, it's the FA Cup. Use that to galvanize this team, so next season they got that winning mentality in their head and they can go and kick on to try and compete for the title. That's what I'm trying to see.
That's the magic we want to see.
That's the magic I'm trying to see. I want
not the like I said, it's not the negative magic in it. This is not 100%. This is just Snope settings. You understand? We're trying to do things correctly and properly. At the end of the day, like you said, we're trying to win. I know Tuchel wants to win that cup. It's clear. You understand? It's clear as daylight. Like he's seen, we can actually pattern this trophy, you know. So let's go in there, pattern the cup. Some people are obviously going to be like, oh, but I think Tino should have started, or I think Bate should have started, or listen, I want to lose Bate more than the next person. You understand? But at the end of the day, we need to they block the fake Matisse as well. But at the end of the day, for me,
bro, I don't care, bro. I don't have time for this. I'm trying to.
He had a picture of
Of course, I'll send it to you. It's only 20p. This.
I'll send it to you. Nah, it was a picture of you. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. It's calm.
Oh Lord Jesus! But yeah, like we said, I'm more than happy with Kai Havertz stat padding against Barnsley. Do you know what I mean? More than happy with it. Did we not play them earlier in the season, innit?
Barnsley, did we?
In the other cup.
I think so.
We already talked to these guys. I swear down.
Let me check. I'm apparently nicely from.
We've already spoken to these guys. So we need to speak to them again. 100%. We need to go and try and win this competition. So for me, Thursday is a very serious day. Do you know what I mean? It's a very serious day. I've got Rafael Hoyenstein the day after to talk to him. It's a serious day. We're not doing this is not a Mickey Mouse Cup. And when you haven't won a trophy last season, and then this season now you're not winning the Prem, let's be real, we're not winning the Prem. You can't be out here diminishing trophies and saying, FA Cup's not important. No, every competition is important.
Yeah.
You need to win.
This is the game that Havertz scored his hat-trick against. 6-0, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I want to see another 6.
6-0, yeah.
I need to see another 6. So that's a very important game for me. So a lot of people are saying, where's Hakeem? Hopefully we can see Hakeem against Barnsley. But, like I said, we have to be very serious season right now because we need to put some wins together. Like we said as well, these games, you Andy munching. Is that even still warm? Do you want to go and put it in the microwave? These brothers are starving. You're not eating today, bro. What are you doing? Starving you in Sheffield. We just played Sheffield. There's no food in Sheffield. Oh, I wasn't meant to leak your location. He's in Sheffield. He's against us. I swear Dami's playing against us. You could have gone to the game, fam. You could have gone to the game. We've got Barnsley.
I'm to London now, so it's coming. But yeah, what is it?
Yeah, we got Barnsley, Newcastle, Southampton. That's our next 3 games. Those games all need W's, and they're also practice matches for Atletico Madrid, who I am actually starting to develop hope for. Hope, not expectation. 2 different words. I don't have expectation, but I have hope. Hope that we can do something amazing. Hope that I want to do a speech now. You know them guys.
I know you're going, innit?
A little presidential campaign, a little tour, flag.
You know those people that do like the sign language.
Hope speech. I might read it out. Let me Google the hope speech. We need a hope. That might just be a video upload. Just read out the hope speech for the Atletico Madrid game. I'm telling you, I think it's Barack. I don't know who done the hope speech. It's something like Barack Obama. But you just hope that we can win the game. Hope that we can compete.
Hope that we can win. Boris Johnson said is from that. I've just thought of a video idea as well. Raw, that's gonna be hella.
Matisse Martin Luther King Jr. Seriously though, this is serious, bro. It's serious season. Serious season. There's been drop points in the Premier League. We have to take advantage. Let's go and look at some of the stats from today, yeah, because today's game is a little bit misleading. It looks closer, maybe than it. Oh no, it was a bit peak for chances created. I'm not gonna lie. Possession-wise, we had 70%. I'm not gonna lie. This is where the lazy comparisons come, yeah, from this possession to Sarri ball. We have a lot of the ball, but I swear to you, and I promise you, Tuchel wants to be a lot more direct than this team are even being right now. Do you know what I mean? They do need to up the speed and the tempo of the game at times. They are. I was saying the second half of Tottenham, I was very impressed.
I told you that Jorginho had a higher rating than
what? Because SofaScore probably gave Jorginho a high rating because of the penalty, innit? So what did he get? Like a 9 or something?
He got 7.5. I mean,
how are you? Listen, I like Jorginho as much as the next person from a character standpoint.
Like Mourinho said, if you use football stats to judge football, you don't know football. You understand? That's how we run from.
I don't know how you're giving them a 7.5. I'm being real. This is why I don't take these places seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. 69% possession. We had level on shots on targets, blocked in. At the end of the day, we need to make sure we pattern stuff more moving forward, isn't it? It's the same thing we've basically said. Do you know what I mean?
It is, yeah. People will think there's a double standard because a lot of people are going to give us praise for this win, and maybe under Frank this would have been a bit more unacceptable. But you have to remember again, I said this as well before we appointed Tuchel. He's more of a project manager, and we've gone with a project guy for a short-term contract. He's going to want to put long-lasting foundations in terms of the system, in terms of how we play, and the fundamentals. And it's going up against our short-term goals. It's going up against our W's that I'm speaking about, our objectives. So we're trying to amalgamate and combine the two, and that's where you're going to get wins, but these performances are not out of this world. You can't expect it to be out of this world. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to fix a broken clock, so to speak. Some people are saying Reece James is a little bit negative, but I think there's a player in there to be progressive a bit more with his passing, to go forward a bit more and be more risk-taking, even though I don't think he's a wing-back. And he never really looked like a wing-back to me personally, but it takes time to go through these different things with these players and educate them and really get them to understand the way that he wants them to play. That's where it's going to take time. So for me, I'm very patient on that side of things, but at the same time, I want results. And I think Tuchel understands that. That's the good thing about him. In every interview, every media, responsibility that he's been given, he's talking about winning. He's talking about next season challenging for the Premier League. I'm not coming with this energy just because I'm a hype merchant and I'm trying to do prop. I'm coming with this energy because that is the energy that is being matched by the manager in charge. He's not talking about this team can't compete. He's not talking about this team can't do this team can't do that. He's talking about what we can do, what we can go for, what we can strive for. So that's why I'm mirroring that. I'm like, cool. If you believe, I believe. Do you know what I mean? If you believe in this team that we just shelled out 250 million pounds sterling coins on, then why should I not believe in this team? Do you know what I mean? 100%. So that's where the confidence comes from. People, get your questions in if you've got any. Do you know what I'm saying? There's too many fake accounts in this.
That's
I don't know who's.
That was
I don't
me.
know who's.
that was me.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Oh, it was you. Mohammed says, Pundit Souness, Werner got lucky with the assist and it wasn't a penalty and could have seriously.
We don't talk about Graham Souness here. No, we don't do that. Bombo clat. We do not do that. Move on swiftly, fam. On to the next. Because if we
don't take him seriously.
Why not? No, see, no, I am Sky Sport. See that I'm not the one that said it in it. You get me? I'm not the one. I mean, I agree with what Matisse said as well in it, but I'm not the one that said it in it. You get me? That's what Matisse said. He's the one that said we shouldn't take him seriously, but I agree with him as well in it. You get me? I didn't say that. I didn't imply it, but I think
you know what? Yeah,
say it as well.
I've been blessed in recent times to go into to dive into the media sides of things, and I personally think he's a prop for controversy. I really do. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know them brothers that go on TalkSport, yeah? Sometimes they really do have to give unpopular opinions because you need the ratings, you need the clicks, and it's all a game. Do you know what I'm saying? We talk about being unbiased and being in the media and giving your opinion and educated opinions. There's money involved, and where there's money involved, things can get sticky icky. And what I mean by that is that some people have got to say what they got to say to get the ratings up. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you're out here talking like this, I don't know what to say. What assist was lucky? The cutback? Surely not. Can't be serious. Put down the keyboard. Do you know what I'm saying?
Put down the microphone, boss. You understand? Put down the Sky contract. Put down the Sky contract. You can't be serious.
Everett's just sitting there like, I will leave Sky Sports today. I will leave today.
I don't condone violence.
If this brother puts out one more stinky opinion, I will leave today. On God, I will leave Sky Sports today. Oh my God. It's mad, bro. It's absolutely mad. Listen, I said, a lot of people in the chat said that the penalty was a penalty. I agree. I do feel like it was a little bit suspect on the goalkeeper. I was a bit worried for his safety. Maybe that's PTSD from Petr Cech and his head injury, but I was a little bit worried for him there. Thank you for the super chat, Joe. Much appreciated, bro. So that's where my worry came for in terms of the goalkeeper in the clash, because, you know what I mean? It looked like Timo kind of like didn't try and like, it kind of like collided into him. And because his head was so low, I was like, Lord Jesus, bro. I want a penalty, but I don't want the brother to be in hospital. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Havertz gives me German Matic vibes, very stiff.
Fam, I like you as well, fam. That's not that's unlike you, my G. That's unlike you. Now you know I test in it. I know I test well like in there. I've been seeing him streaming. I don't agree, fam. I don't agree. I know they're both tall, you understand? I know they're both tall. I know that they both very long and lanky, but Havertz is very smooth and dynamic, you understand? If you watch him at Leverkusen, you see that he's very effortless on the ball and he flows quite nicely, but I keep attributing it to Rona, fam. You understand? Even before he got it, nobody was expecting him to come onto the shop. Look at me, fam. Matisse saw me when I was losing my weight last year. I lost 20 kilograms, you get me? At the end of the day, I was going to do runs and shit. I couldn't do that no more because I had Rona. You understand? So you've got to give him a bit of time. You have to give him a bit of time. I'm not saying I haven't fully recovered because that's bullcrap. But at the end of the day, it slows people down. So give him a bit of time to get back into it. I still haven't gone back to the gym, fam. I've added like 5 kilograms. It's ridiculous.
I think he's going to take time to acclimatize, and that's why he's maybe not starting every game. I don't know if there was a knock or what's going on with him today.
No, there was a knock today too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He is one of them players that I think needs a whole preseason, and next season that's when you're gonna see him at his best. Because I'm not saying this season's a write-off for him, but he's one of them brothers that are really gonna take a while to acclimatize. And we see it with Nicolas Pepe is not even on the same level, but he's a player that took a long time to acclimatize, and now It's taking his time, but we're starting to see a little bit better in the last 5 games, playing on that left wing, cutting in, a bit more confident, shooting. Great goal that he scored with his right foot the other day. And all I'm saying is that personally, not that I'm saying that they're the same level. I think Kai Havertz, his ceiling is higher. But I don't judge a new signing in their first season in terms of writing them off. I'll criticize them. I'll say they need to be benched. I'll say all these things if they're not doing well. But I give them the full season. And then the second season is where I expect you to be doing your thing. And that's under normal circumstances. So add in the fact that you don't have the normal circumstances going on right now in this season, I'm going to give him the time. So one thing is with him is that he just needs to make an impact. You know what I'm saying? He needs to make an impact when he can, even if that's off the bench. I have no problem with him really being off the bench. I'm not one of these guys that say he needs to start because we've got options. We've always had options in that team. There's a lot of depth. Ziyech can even play a bit deeper. That would be something I'll be interested in if Ziyech is given that. We speak about Ziyech's versatility, but we've not really seen him this season off anywhere outside the right wing spot. You know what I'm saying? He can play, if it's especially against a low block, he could be the 8, someone who plays in that central role that can maybe pick up those Fabregas type passes that we miss.
Lampard packs, innit?
Yeah. I'm not going to run with that. I'll leave you there with your disrespect. He could play number 10. He could play number 10.
I'm playing, yeah. I got a comment in the comment section, innit? That's what happened, yeah.
He could. Oh, he's reading out the comment section. He could play number 10. So I feel like, again, there's so much versatility that could come from Ziyech that we haven't seen yet. He has been a bit one-dimensional so far. So, again, that could help shield Kai because Kai is being looked at right now for the guy that needs to do more. But Ziyech is also one of those left-footers where if Kai is adapting, Ziyech can do a lot of what Kai is. We're looking for Kai to do as well. So we don't heavily rely on him to turn up for us. And he can just come off the bench and make an impact. For now. Cost 72 million. Long term, you want him to obviously start. Let me read out this comment here. Love Tuchel, lads. Kai will come good next season. He's a kid. 21 years old in a new country. For him too, plus the COVID thing. I don't even want to use the COVID thing as an excuse too much because I don't think he needs it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he needs that because even if he didn't have that, I would still be saying, listen, I'm going to give this brother time.
Yeah, same.
I don't really think he needs it. Someone asked me what my thoughts were on Onana situation at Ajax. I don't know what happened there. I just know he's banned for 12 months.
You know what happened? They are playing bingo at Ajax, bro. You get me? They are playing some serious.
What do you mean playing bingo?
Literally, obviously, so Quincy Promise did the shank at the club.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember. And then Sebastian Haller didn't get put in the Europa League squad. We all know Neres is a fund one for the intake of things as too. So there's a lot of games being played. Yeah,
Onana did the one when they do the thing and the pour and they did the thing. I don't promote none of that.
The mud as a football club. I'm telling you.
What I'm saying?
That European lad that Twitter account. I am in the mud. Seriously, the amount of things that are going on. We took Ziyech quick out of their hands, bro. Tagliafico must be thinking, wish you took me with you, because this club is in disarray. I'm not even going to get into it, because I don't business. But if he's suspended for 12 months, Kepa may have a new home. You know what I'm saying? We desperately need Silva back for Southampton. 100%. Christensen, for me, plays against Barnsley in the middle of the back three again. Then hopefully, Thiago Silva's back for Southampton, because that's going to be an interesting game. Southampton is going to be the first opposition that we come up against that are going to probably try and play football. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can get some new tactics in there, potentially a new shape. I don't know. I don't know what you're laughing at. I'm going to try not to read it and keep on moving. Newcastle are coming up, low block. That's the next fixture. So we're not there yet. Man said, Onana. Yeah. Don from Breaking Bad. I wasn't meant to read whatever he was laughing at, but it was a super chat, so I had to. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But we keep it moving, fam.
Yeah.
Big up Paul, innit? Anyways. Yeah. Oh my god.
We're getting. Do you know what? Yeah, people are saying give Alaba whatever he wants. I think Alaba in a back three is a little bit more prosperous in terms of, you know what I mean? That's something to go for, because I think left side of the back three is going to be good. If you're going to loan out Mark Gahey again from Swansea, that gives you the option to do so. Let him have his Premier League loan. Hopefully it's with Swansea. And then you get that experience for when Thiago Silva maybe is on his way out next year. I don't know. It's really with Thiago Silva, he can play as long as he wants, as long as if he's playing at that level. I don't really care how old he is. They need to hurry up and slap the contract. They need to slap that contract.
I keep telling he's showing Ibrahimovic and Ronaldo levels. 100 to God.
Yeah.
Big up there with Ruben Diaz for me this year. Honest to God, she's almost on par, if not better.
Yeah, the best transfer business that Chelsea can do right now is tie up Thiago Silva's contract right this second. Get that 1 year extension. Give me peace of mind. I think Tuchel wanted to keep him at PSG in the end, and Leonardo didn't, or something. Their director of football didn't get it done, so that's why they fell out. So I think Tuchel obviously loves Thiago Silva, rates him highly. So I don't think there's going to be a problem there. So I expect that contract to get tied up 100%. He's definitely proved it. Player of the year so far, potentially. So yeah, I'll be shocked if he didn't get that tied up. Another Tuchel masterclass. Wondering if when we get a back forward and more attackers, yeah, that could come against Southampton. We speak about Southampton. It's going to be a real test. And they're a team that play a little bit more on the front foot. They're not going to come with the low block as much. Well, you'd hope not anyway. So that might be an opportunity for us to maybe change shape. We know Tuchel plays different shapes. He's not just stuck down in one shape and one rhythm. We've seen that so far. However, hopefully you're going to see something fresh, maybe, potentially if it's needed. I'm looking at Southampton now real quick because a lot of you guys have been speaking about them. I knew it. Southampton have lost 5 games in a row. They have the worst form in the Premier League this season. Well, worst form at the moment in the Premier League, behind just above West Brom, who have 4 defeats in their last 5. So Southampton are on a rough patch at the moment. But you know how charity Chelsea used to move? That would be alarm bells ringing.
Robin Hood, you know what I'm saying? Robin Hood. That's all we are.
Yeah, of course. But the thing is with Alaba, just back on him before we wrap up soon, next maybe 5 minutes. A lot of you guys are talking about new centre backs. The thing is, I want to buy an elite centre back because Thiago Silva is aging, and I feel like then when he goes, there's no one to take that mantle. I don't feel like Zuma yet has proved that he can be the leading centre back. I don't feel like Rudiger definitely is not.
None of the other ones. You see, I have a lot of hair on my head. It will start falling off if we see Rudiger as the champion in centre back. You understand? He's a soldier, not a leader. You hear me? But you've got Tomori at AC Milan learning his trade. You got you see how the fans like him. Have you seen AC Milan Twitter? They love him.
Bro, of course.
He's not coming back.
Part of me, if I was Tomori, I would just stay there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you know what I'm saying? But that was maybe if Frank was still here, I'd stay there. But now Tuchel's here, maybe Tuchel will like him. I've already spoken about Mark Gahey. Ampadu is another player. He didn't play tonight. We're lucky. Yeah, Ampadu couldn't play tonight, but let's speak about Ampadu because he's a Sheffield United player, and this is obviously a Sheffield United review. Ampadu is a very, very good player. I keep saying this, a lot of people don't rate him very highly, especially in a back three. We saw him glimpses at Leipzig. I think Ampadu could come potentially in pre-season and do something for this team, be in the squad. When you play with 3 centre-backs, then that gives you the option to maybe have 6 options, 5 at a bare minimum 5. Or maybe an Azpilicueta is the 5th option who can obviously play full-back. So Ampadu is definitely an option for me next season. He's played in the back 3 before. That seems to be where he's very comfortable. It doesn't expose your lack of height as much because you are surrounded by others. We saw that with Azpilicueta under Conte. We're seeing that with Azpilicueta now. So there's a few centre-backs that we already have here. Before we go shopping, there's a few centre-backs that already qualify for this back 3. Mark Gahey and Ampadu for me would be my top 2 that are already qualified. Mark Gahey's playing in the back 3 at Swansea. So I don't know who we're going to go for shopping-wise. And if we do need to, Tomori's obviously played back 3 as well a few times for Chelsea. I haven't been seeing Tomori in terms of the performances, if that's what you mean.
I've been playing quite well. I've had a chance to watch quite a bit, and he's playing really well. And they really, really like him at AC Milan. You understand? They really, really do.
This YB1 said, bro, have you seen Tomori reveal? They showed my man all of Milan's trophies and his eyes lit up. He ain't coming back.
Oh my days. Oh my.
Well, do you know what? If he doesn't come back, then we only have ourselves to blame because we had him. Do you know what I mean? We had him, and whatever happened behind the scenes happened, and it didn't get used. So I'm not one of these guys that really worry too much about a Kevin De Bruyne or situation with him. I never include Mo Salah in that because Mo Salah, if you actually remember him at Chelsea, he wasn't that great. Played against Shrewsbury and kicked out for a throw-in from a shot. Lukaku missed a very crucial penalty. against Bayern Munich in the Super Cup, which ended his career here. So only De Bruyne is the one where I feel like it was bait and we messed up on that one. So look, when it comes to Tomori, if he does well elsewhere, fantastic. I keep telling you guys as well, not everyone can make it here. Tomori, Ampadu, Mark Gahey, who else have we got? Malong Sarr. Who's that Barcelona boy? Is it Umbayamba? Is it Umbayamba? Loads of defenders. That's four already. That's four defenders. This kid is drunk. This kid's drunk. Chicken nuggets have gone to his head.
Apple juice. You know what I mean?
Chicken nuggets have gone to your head.
Chicken. Oh yeah, you just reminded me as well. I need to finish them off.
Yeah, is that McDonald's? Is it?
You know them way there, fam.
Yeah. God, Lord Jesus. Oh Lord. Anyway, so I'm on a healthy thing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't just see me munching popcorn last week. So was it on your stream? I think it was. But when it comes to the defenders, we've got, you forgot about Mbayamba, 100%. We really forgot because we signed him from Barcelona. He's got a fantastic frame, really good frame. Foundations wise, looks good. I would expect and make the assumption that he can play out from the back coming from Barcelona, but you never know. So we have a lot of young centre backs coming through. So not everyone's going to make it. If Tomori opts to stay at AC Milan, I can't blame him. And this is why I don't personally give the likes of Christensen or Rudiger any real... I don't really invest in their stocks in terms of long-term futures. I know they both had good games today. Rudiger recovered, and also Christensen had a very good game. But I don't invest in their stocks in terms of long-term staying at this club because we've got too many young, prospering centre-backs with potential that I think will do very well given half an opportunity. And also, Rudiger playing out from the back, I'm not convinced. And Christensen consistently being a physical and communication specimen, I'm not convinced. Three weaknesses in both of their games that I don't like. Mark Gahey, great at playing out from the back. Yeah, we have to be ruthless. You know what I mean? Mumbayamba, massive frame. That brother's not getting dominated physically in this league, I don't think.
You know what I'm saying? For reference, that's how tall he is, isn't it? You get me?
Yeah. And then Ampadu playing out from the back as well. He's very... And the thing is, we talk about sideways passing. Do you see the difference Thiago Silva makes when he's playing for us? Because I don't know if
that's what I said, isn't it? That's what I said. When you got Christensen down there, the passing is not as hard. It's not as direct. It doesn't get people out of trouble. It doesn't break the lines. You understand? It doesn't really get into the midfield too much. He's trying to rely on all the people around him to get that done. And that is one of the big things that I rate about Thiago Silva. That's why people are talking about captaincy. They are talking about leadership, talking about organization, talking about physicality. Thiago Silva's passing as well helps Chelsea play football. You get me?
When Thiago Silva is making those crisp, quick passes along the ground in defense, it's the weight of pass. Very fine details. But if you're, and we're going to get into the left back situation before we wrap up, because I'm seeing some shouts for Ian Matson and Casello, and I want to talk about that very briefly. But if you're a Thiago Silva and you're a defender playing in the back three, your ball playing ability is even more important, right? Because remember when David Luiz used to play there, he was like a quarterback in the middle of the back three under Conte. He used to make these long sweeping passes over the top, spray the play, left foot, right foot, very comfortable David Luiz on the ball in the middle of that back three. We can talk about brain farts, we can talk about all those things from him. When it comes to passing technique, David Luiz was fantastic. He was a quarterback, sweeper, spray the ball about and really break defensive lines, whether that be on the ground or in the air. You need, if we're playing a back three, I'm not going to lie. I want the best of the best. Do you know what I mean? I want 5-star restaurant, Michelin shit. I want
not McDonald's.
Bro, not McDonald's, not chicken nuggets defenders. I want steak defenders, bro. I want steak. I want lobster defenders, bro. Not
Wagyu settings. You understand? Japanese A5 Wagyu, Dom Perignon, bottles of wine. We're not trying to do no Tesco rubbish, fam. You understand?
I'm not trying to have no Tesco. No, I don't want no Tesco value defenders. No meal deal defenders. I want the prime defenders, and the ones. If we can have 3 defenders, yeah. I know it sounds wild. And it sounds like I'm asking for crazy shit. But if you have 3 defenders in a back three that can play out from the back, do you know how many options that gives you from a passing perspective, in terms of breaking teams down? When the left side is centre back or the right side is centre back, step into midfield and they can actually play a quick, vertical, attacking, progressive pass through the lines. That's like having midfielders, bro. That's huge. So that's what I want. I want a left-footed, left side centre back, or someone who's extremely good with their left foot, and I want a right-sided centre back, and that's not Aspie long term, who can pass the ball and step into midfield and do a great job at that as well. So that's really the ceilings we should be striving for. Because if you're going to play a back three and you want it to be attacking and you want it to be progressive, it starts from the back, especially if we're going to play from the back as well. Marquinhos, these kind of players, you see what I'm saying? You need to be progressive in your passing. We need good ball playing centre back. So that's why long term, I'm not convinced with your Rudigers or players like this, because they have brain farts. You see what I'm saying? And we spoke about that left-footed pass that went out for a throw-in earlier on. Any final thoughts, Dami, before we wrap up? 585 people still here. Do you know what I mean? Smash the like button. Smash the like button for the 3 points. You see what I'm saying? We move so viciously into the night. You know what I mean? Only W's around.
If I expose Matisse tonight from what you just did,
what? I'll do the smash the like button thing. I didn't used to do it, but I'll do it now because they've been getting a little bit stingy with it. You see what I'm saying? They've been getting. I wasn't going to say.
If I
wasn't going to. No, listen, it's different because you're plugging your tweets into Chelsea.
If I drug. Hey, are you mad? You're lying, fam. Who told you that lie, by the way? Where did you see that? When you messaged me, I'm like, what the fuck?
Separate group chat on WhatsApp.
Nah, that's bollocks, fam. That is straight bollocks. That don't happen. That is, whoever said that is a liar, fam. You understand? Jesus is real, innit? Or Allah, whoever you believe in. They will judge you, fam. You understand? Don't you do that to me, bro. Me plugging things. What do I look like? Do I look like Bombastical Batshuayi or something along them spasticated Salah? What do you think I am? You man, don't do that again, fam. With my old big 14K followers, I'm not trying to do that.
We forgot the left wing back discussion. Someone brought up Casillo and Ian Maatsen. I know Ian Maatsen's having a good season. I haven't watched. I think Casillo must be back, isn't it? Because he was on loan at Ajax, and he must be back now. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the start of the season, I did say bun Alonso and Emerson and promote Ian Maatsen. He's obviously out on loan now. I'm not convinced right now from any of the left-footed players on that side. Then, I say it often in different positions, but all of these guys got flaws as well. All of the left-footed, left back, left wing backs, whatever you want to call them, they all got flaws. They all need to improve in some aspect of the game. I, again, long-term, don't have any faith in Marcus Alonso already. Yeah. He's not going to get faster, so that's where he's lost.
Except running forward, isn't it?
Yeah, he's too old to progress technically, so he's lost. Emerson, I have grown tired of him sleeping at the back post in transitions and in plays, open play. So he's not going to make it. And Chilwell, we didn't want him in the beginning, but we have to stick by him now and hope that he improves under Tuchel. So there's one more spot available, and I don't mind who gets it out of the two, but I would love to see them get an opportunity. But again, Barnsley's not for that. Barnsley's for getting the first team squad, the bloated first team squad, pulling in the same direction and playing. But in pre-season, I'd love to see these guys. Ian Maatsen's a very, very good player. In youth level, he's been doing great. And Casillo, he's from Ajax, you see what I'm saying? Very good player as well. And the thing is, a lot of these young players, what people forget, a lot of these young players are used to playing in this formation. Because our youth academy played a back three when Conte was here, because they were mirroring the first team. So we've got a lot of young players coming up that are very suited to the wing-back role. Whether it's Cancelo, whether it's Livramento, whether it's, all of these guys, Sterling. I know he's not going to make it now, Dijon Sterling, but he's another one. Even maybe Carl Lamptey, who's now gone to Brighton. They're very attacking fullbacks that we produce at Cobham.
Who went to Brighton?
Yeah, Kyle Lamptey.
Who?
Kyle Lamptey.
Who?
Kyle Lamptey. It's Tariq Lamptey. That's a byline joke. For anybody who understands the byline, I made that mistake on the byline. So yeah, it's Tariq Lamptey. Okay. But it's also getting late. It's also getting late. It's also getting late, It's also getting late. But yeah, man, seriously, we've got some really attacking. We've got some really attacking wing backs.
I like how the comments are trying to pattern.
Yeah, some of them know, some of them don't. I called him Kyle Lamptey on the byline because I was thinking of Kyle Walker, and then it just went downhill. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up. We're an hour and a half in.
Hour and a half. I didn't even clock them. Good times, you get me. Good times as per usual, fam. I give you my content. You understand?
We got George Benson on the channel tomorrow, people.
Fam.
We've got George Benson on tomorrow. I know you man have been waiting for George to come back. We had him earlier on in the channel, and now we're bringing him back tomorrow. No time yet, but he's in Bally time. He's doing Bally time, so we'll get it sorted. Then Battle of the North. Then London's Clubs Carnage. Then All You Can Eat Chelsea will preview the Barnsley game. And then, like I said, Raphael Hoyenstein will be our reporter, journalist for Fridays. We're doing journalist Fridays. You know, I'm joking. We're not. We're just getting lucky. So Dami, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, man. If you see my beautiful face for the first time, obviously don't forget to smash the like button for my Bruce Matisse. You understand? Pattern that thing bombastically, fam. Let's get up to 400 likes before we cut off the stream. You understand? I can see the likes in my back. Yeah, I can see some of you are hitting it. You bastard who did dislike, I will come and find you, fam. I see what you've done, cause
there's always a couple dickheads. Always a couple dickheads, I swear. And they subscribe, they support the channel, but they gotta be that guy. You know that guy in school that used to get punched for no reason, just because he was just annoying. Just annoying guy.
Unprovoked, fam.
Unprovoked. You just wanted them. You know, what's his name? Randall from Recess. That's that snitch.
Punchable face, fam. You know that one. I don't promote violence. I don't promote violence, innit? I don't promote violence, by the way.
Bro. Bunch of Randalls from Recess, bro. Honestly. Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, like I said, so obviously if you're not subscribed to me already, you know, I'm just the Grand Dam in it. Just type in the Grand Dam on YouTube. I don't know if Matisse has me linked in the stream title or whatever it is, but you might be sure to subscribe to your boy. I've got some banging content this week, you understand? I've got different people. I've got I'm not going to see their names, but I've got bare people coming on. Some Arsenal fans coming on, United fan coming on. People say I look like him, he looks like me. You might know where that's coming on. Got quite a few people lined up for this week, you understand? Not the Raphael Hoyensteins and the George Bensons of this world, but some very, very high quality things. So come around and check that. Trying to get to 100k subscribers by the end of the year, like Matisse. So
you're telling them about your goals already, you know.
Yes, fam. Yes, fam. Thing is, I've clocked. When you put your goals out there and bare people know, it puts you under more pressure to hit them. So like,
I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month.
I was about to use your
shit, and it's just unsubscribe.
You know, you said that your thing went down as well.
I'm sleep deprived. I'm so sleep deprived. People, it's been a great review. Another W. Do you know what I mean? We collect the dubs. We keep it moving. We keep getting them wins. On to Barnsley. You know the expectations. You know what we need to do to get the wins. We're chasing that 10k subscribers ASAP. In a bit, people. Good luck and prosper in life.
In a bit.
Chelsea certainly will. We're back, baby.
We're back in the business. I'm tired.
I'm so tired. Shit.
Perfect.